Okay, we're joined now by Brenda and John Romero from Romero Games based in Galway. A very warm welcome. You are guest speakers today.
We are.
And you're going to be speaking about the big role of gaming and technology and the rise in it.
So it'll be a Q&A panel, and it's around around what's happening in the game space in Ireland, games internationally, what careers people might have, the role of games. I think one of the things I saw on the list of possible topics was games in VR, games in healthcare simulation, so all the different areas that games are going into now.
Okay, well your company is 4 years old and you've hired, more than 20 people?
Yes.
And you both worked on award-winning games and you are working on a very exciting development at the moment.
Yeah, we just last Tuesday announced that we're developing a game with Paradox Interactive. It's a strategy game, and in the list of publishers, Paradox is second place, just behind Activision, which is massive publisher.
Second place in climbing, though. I have to say, I've worked with so many publishers at this point, and I have loved working with Paradox. And I mean, there's not many game developers who say that about the publishers they're working with. They've been fantastic to work with.
So it's busy.
Unbelievably so, yeah.
What are for people who want to get into gaming technology in Ireland at the moment?
What would you recommend?
Yeah, and is it a hard industry to get into?
Not really. I mean, it depends on what you want to do, but if you can learn anything you want at home and get to a level where you can get hired, as long as you just focus and put in the time, you can learn anything.
Yeah,
programming.
Sorry?
Programming, easy, just start working. There's tutorials everywhere on the internet. It's just, you got to put in the time and just do it.
Yeah, I'd say the most important thing we look at when we're hiring is obviously everybody's looking for coders. Right now, everybody's looking for Unity coders specifically.
Okay.
So you want to see somebody who understands Unity and has more to show you than just a line on a CV or just a degree. I want to see, first and foremost, above a degree, I want to see that you've made games. And I need to see those games. They can be small games. They don't even have to be good games. But I want to see fundamentally that you can code and that you're working in that space. And that is the best ticket you can give yourself into the industry.
Okay, and is this making games at home yourself?
Yeah.
And do you come across many people who have that?
We do,
We hire those people.
Yeah, we hire those people.
If they don't have any, it's really hard to well, I don't really know what you know about games.
Yeah, and everybody in the company is that way. Like, I started making games when I started making barely functional games at 11. He was the same age.
I was 11, yeah.
You've been gaming for 40 years?
Programming for 40
years, yeah.
And
so you call yourself self-professed nerds, is it?
We're hard. I'm a proud
developers.
nerd, proud nerd and game developer.
And what is a typical day in the life of the pair of you working in Romero Games?
Get to work between 9 and 9:30, and then we do stand-up around 9:30, which is the whole team in a room, talking about what we did and what we're doing. Everybody talks, and then there's some other communication that happens, like big updates and stuff, and it's maybe 10 minutes, and then we just leave. Then everyone leaves and works like crazy until probably 6 or 7, and people play games together, around noon for about an hour, and then some people stay late till maybe 2 in the morning. Some people just stay all night just because they're on a deadline and they got to get stuff done and they love it.
Or people stay late playing Dungeons and Dragons, which is the way more likely version.
Yeah, which is a game that you worked on yourself.
It is, yeah.
Now, this is your first time at the Dublin Tech Summit.
It is.
What are you hoping to get out of today, besides answering a lot of people's questions?
I guess one of the things that I really like about this, and so far just walking around, is seeing how much tech is in Ireland. Even though I feel like at this point I'm like, oh, I had no idea they had a presence here. And that happened in the last 10 minutes at least 3 times.
Would you be hoping to pick up some talent today?
That would be pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we have openings for coders, animators, artists, but even if people are really good coders and they're not in the game space, have them contact us, especially if they know C++ or Unity.
Okay, just out of interest, and you don't have to give me specifics, but what type of salary would we be talking about for somebody going into the gaming industry at entry level?
Oh, entry level?
Entry level coder, you could be looking anywhere from, I would say, 35 on up. At the high end, like at the high end specialized stuff, it's over 100.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, I've known quite a few people in games. Now, this requires an unbelievable level of talent, plus dedication, plus discipline. But I've known plenty of people in their 20s who are millionaires from games.
Well, listen, we wish you the best luck. Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you so much.
And enjoy the talk.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.